Chapter 11: The Conservationist, Championing Nature. Beatrix Potter is often celebrated for her whimsical tales featuring anthropomorphic animals, but her legacy extends far beyond the pages of her beloved children's books. A keen observer of the natural world, Potter's profound love for the countryside and her deep-seated commitment to conservation played a pivotal role in shaping early environmentalism. With the keen eye of an artist and the heart of an advocate, she recognized the fragility of the countryside around her and took it upon herself to protect the land she cherished so dearly. From a young age, Beatrix was captivated by nature. The rolling hills, the lush valleys, and the myriad of creatures that roamed them filled her imagination with inspiration. Her childhood in the Lake District sparked a relationship with the environment that would last her lifetime. Through her illustrations, she became not only a storyteller, but also a chronicler of the rich tapestry of life that thrived in her surroundings. These early observations provided her with the foundation for the narrative threads evident in her stories, where nature is not merely a backdrop, but a vital character in its own right. As she matured, Potter became increasingly aware of the threats posed to the countryside. By the early 20th century, agriculture and industrialization were transforming rural landscapes at an alarming rate. This concern ignited a passionate activist within her, leading to her commitment to land conservation. In a period marked by rapid growth and exploitation, Beatrix Potter stood out as a vibrant voice for the voiceless, advocating for the protection of the landscapes that shaped her identity and her art. Potter's conservation efforts were not limited to mere philanthropic gestures. She actively engaged in land purchases to protect natural areas from development. One of her most notable achievements was the acquisition of land in the Lake District, which she recognized as critical to maintaining the region's integrity. In 1905, she bought Hilltop Farm, which not only became her home, but also a sanctuary for the surrounding wildlife. This was more than an emotional investment. By purchasing land, Beatrix ensured that these spaces would remain untouched by the encroaching industrial landscape. Moreover, she used her literary platform to raise public awareness about the importance of conserving nature. Her stories often echoed environmental themes, reminding readers of the gentle balance between humanity and the natural world. Characters like Squirrel Nutkin and Mrs. Tiggy Winkle embodied the delicate intricacies of wildlife, serving as avatars for the creatures that inhabited Beatrix's beloved countryside. Through whimsical yet poignant narrative, she fostered a sense of respect and affinity for nature in the hearts of children and adults alike. Potter's dedication reached beyond her personal ambitions. In her later years, she allied herself with the National Trust, an organization dedicated to preserving historic sites and landscapes in England. In a remarkable turn of fate, her last will and testament reflected her commitment to conservation, bequeathing various properties to the trust. This legate not only secured their protection, but also encouraged future generations to value the natural treasures of the Lake District. Thus, Beatrix Potter's influence extended into the realms of environmental preservation, making her not only a storyteller, but also a guardian of the earth. Motivated by her artistic sensibility and desire to lead by example, Potter took an active role in promoting sustainable farming practices in the regions surrounding her properties. Understanding that agriculture and conservation could work hand in hand, she experimented with various practices that supported both the economy and biodiversity. She advocated for responsible land use methods that preserved habitats while allowing local farmers to thrive. Her innovative approaches showcased the possibility of coexistence between humans and wildlife, establishing ideals that resonate with contemporary conservationists today. One of Potter's enduring legacies is not just in the physical land she protected or the stories she created, but in the cultural shift she inspired towards a deeper understanding and appreciation of nature. Her life's work contributed significantly to the burgeoning environmental movement in the early 20th century. By blending art with activism, Beatrix Potter became a pioneer, illustrating how literature could engender a profound emotional connection to the natural world. Her work provided pathways for future generations to engage with environmental issues, inspiring a sense of stewardship that remains relevant today. As we reflect on her remarkable journey, it is evident that Beatrix Potter was far more than a children's author. She was an environmentalist who championed the cause of conservation at a time when such efforts were rarely recognized or celebrated. Her understanding of the interconnectedness of all living things fueled a passion that translated into action, leading her to use her talents and resources to safeguard the landscapes she loved. Through her advocacy, she paved the way for a more profound respect for nature, emphasizing its importance not only in literature, but in life and community. Today, we find ourselves amidst pressing environmental challenges that demand our attention and action. As climate change, habitat loss, and pollution threaten biodiversity and the delicate balances of nature, Beatrix Potter's legacy is more poignant than ever. Her work serves as a reminder of the power of individual stewardship and the impact one person can have in championing for the earth. Just as she did, we each possess the capacity to inspire change, whether through art, activism, or simple acts of kindness toward the environment. Her enduring influence has encouraged the establishment of various educational initiatives that seek to foster an understanding of nature in younger generations, which is critically necessary as we face environmental crises. Nature studies, wildlife conservation programs, and ecological literature can all trace their roots back to the pioneering efforts of advocates like Beatrix Potter. The onset of these programs shapes not only how we view nature, but how we act toward its preservation, ensuring that her vision of a respectful coexistence with the natural world continues to thrive. In conclusion, Beatrix Potter's legacy as a conservationist reflects a harmonious blend of creativity and commitment to nature. Through her stories, land protection efforts, and lifelong advocacy, she laid the groundwork for the conservation movement that resonates even today. By effectively bridging the gap between literature and environmental consciousness, she instilled a sense of wonder for the natural world, leaving an indelible mark that inspires generations to cherish and protect the landscapes that shape our existence. Her story is a testament to the enduring power of one woman's passion to enact change, reminding us all of our responsibility in championing the conserved beauty of the earth.